Well, let's have a quick chat about Leeds as well, who played in the earlier kickoff. They took the lead, of course, with a goal from Rodrigo Moreno, but it wasn't meant to be. West Ham with the comeback. Is it too late for Leeds now then, Michael?
No, it's not too late. Obviously, it's got really to crisis levels. You've seen them make that change. You've seen some intent in their performances. It's always been a reshuffle. Sam Allardyce trying to get something out of the group, this master of getting some sort of results to try and make them harder to beat. I fancy them today. I thought they might have got something out of the game. But again, on the last game, it's going to be incredible atmosphere. This Spurs side, it's going to depend on everything, isn't it? The inconsistency that they have, what type of Spurs side are we going to see? Everton under pressure. I mean, but this Leeds side, where's the future going to be? Ownership, how much money can be spent, the recruitment. It's such a long period of time that Leeds United were out of the Premier League. I think it'll be very, very damning for Leeds United to go down with the situation with the ownership. And
the situation as well, the last time Leeds went down, it took them a really long time to get back up into top flight, because it's one of those situations where it can spiral, can it? Particularly for a club like Leeds.
Absolutely, I've seen it happen to Leicester City as well. It took them 11 years to get back from being relegated, and you know that just shows the financial implications. They're obviously in action on Monday, and need a big result, especially after how the results have gone this weekend. So you know that Leeds, they look like they've got no leadership at the minute. That's the biggest thing for me. When you look at them on and off the pitch, you just
the fragile. It was a big moment, the penalty for Patrick Bamford. Could have changed the outcome of the game against Newcastle, and then you're literally looking and you're sort of going, they've missed players throughout the pitch, injuries, etc. They've played really dynamic, they've conceded so many goals, then they're sort of saying, right, we've got to change, we've got to be really hard to beat. It's just really been a recipe, and I did feel like they needed a bit of luck in and around them. And that Forest result, you know, you're looking in certain results, Bournemouth going on a super run. I just think it's really not the confidence at the wrong time for Leeds United.
So who's going to join Southampton then? This is going to be my last question to wrap up the show. We started it with the celebrations of the Premier League champions. We're going to talk about who's going to go down to the Championship. Who's going to be joining Southampton then, Michael?
Well, he doesn't obviously want to say a certain football club, but people who support Leicester City around us are obviously saying they're in trouble. Do you want to look back before? I was saying Southampton, Bournemouth, and another. Would Forest get put into that? And then I would say we're going to see a Leicester, Leeds, Everton. I mean, it's unthinkable, isn't it? How quick it can change and how ruthless this Premier League is. But see how I've gone right around it.
Yeah, I know. Not answering my question at all.
No, but the big thing for me, I think Leicester are gone. I think when you look at the teams and the results recently and the performances, I'm looking at them thinking, who can not have to rely on somebody else, but actually dig a result out themselves and produce a result themselves. And I've not seen anything in Leicester that has made me feel like that's going to happen. Everton, there's a sniff of it. And I don't see that with Leeds either, I'm afraid to say. So for me, I feel like Leeds might just stay up, and I can see Leeds, Leicester and Leeds going down.
Right, Southampton, Leeds and Leicester City to go down. For Frank Sinclair,